Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting mental math class. Yes. I believe you can hear me. If you can hear me, please give me number one in the comment section. If you can hear me, just give me number one in the comment section. Great, amazing. I can see now that some students can hear me, and that is fantastic. I can see the student with Samuel Oshinubi giving me number one in the comment section. I'm waiting for other people's comments. Let me know, typing one in the comment section. Don't worry, you're going to see my screen. Just ensure that you're paying attention. Type number one in the comment section if you can hear me. I'm so excited to have everyone around. I hope you had a beautiful day at school. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, thank you for typing number one. So I believe others will join us shortly. Some may still be on their way from school, and some may be waiting for their parents so they can have access to the class. So I hope you enjoyed yesterday's class. And now I believe you'll be able to divide numbers by powers of 10. Okay, so while we wait for others to join us, type in the comment section the powers of 10 that you learned yesterday. Type the numbers that are powers of 10 which you learned yesterday. Let me see you typing that in the comment section. Let me see you typing that in the comment section. I'm expecting as many students as possible to join us in this live class. So yesterday we learned powers of 10. We learned how to divide decimal numbers by powers of 10. So we're going to continue today. All right, so I can see that Many are actually telling me what they learned yesterday. Yes, 10 is a power of 10. That's 10 raised to power 1. For 1000, that is 10 raised to power 3. Yes, I can see 10,000. I can see 10. I can see 100. So it depends on the number of zeros that they have. And the number of zeros shows the power of 10 that each number has. Wow, I can see Temiloluwa. Temiloluwa is really giving me such a large number that is a power of 10. Amazing. Yes, somebody has given me 100 million. That's good. That's good. Yes, numbers that are powers of 10. 100 million. Temiloluwa, I don't know your number, right? Okay, somebody gave me 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. That's great. Good one. That's a good one. So we're going to continue today. So this time we'll be learning how to multiply decimals by powers of 10. How to multiply decimals by powers of 10. Yesterday we all learned how to divide decimals by powers of 10. And I told you that to divide any decimal number by power of 10, what you need to do is to move your decimal point to the left. Anytime you're dividing decimals by powers of 10, move your decimal point to the left. So if the power of 10 has 5 zeros, it means you'll be moving your decimal point 5 places to the left. That's what it means. It means you'll be moving your decimal point 5 places to the left. I hope it is clear. You'll be moving your decimal point 5 places to the left. Now, let's quickly revise what we did yesterday. Today, we'll be learning multiplying decimals by powers of 10. By powers of 10. So, a quick revision of what was done yesterday. We learned dividing decimals by powers of 10. So this is an example, 391.02 divided by 1,000. So this was what we learned yesterday. So what I'm going to do right here is to move the decimal point to the left, depending on the number of zeros that my power of 10 has. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. So from the decimal point, I'm going to move 3 places to the left. 1, 2, and 3. So the decimal point comes here. So the final answer, and on the left you have 0. The final answer will be 0.39102. You can see that I was able to move the decimal point to the left, counting 3 times, because 1,000 has 3 zeros. So that gives us the answer, which is 0.39102. One more example to remind us of what we did yesterday. 7.8 divided by 10,000. What is 7.8 divided by 10,000? So I have written 7.8 standing alone. So I'm going to move my decimal points to the left because I'm dividing. Let us count the number of zeros that 10,000 has. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10,000 has 4 zeros. So I'll be moving the decimal point 4 places to the left. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my decimal point has been shifted right here. Now to my left, because there is no number on the left of the decimal point, I'm going to write 0. And for these empty spaces, I'm going to fill them up with zeros. So the final answer will be 0.00078. So this is the final answer. Now, one more example to my left right here. What if you have 1,405 divided by 100? 1,405.7. 1,405.7 divided by 100. So I'm going to rewrite the number, which is 1405.7. I will divide by 100. Now, I'm going to count or move the decimal point 2 places to the left because 100 has 2 zeros. So I'll move the decimal point 2 places to the left, 1, 2. So you can see where I have stopped counting, which means this is a new place for my decimal. So the answer will be 14.057. 14.057. So this is just a short revision of what we all learned yesterday. If you understand this very well, type 2 in the comment section. If you understand this very well, type 2 in the comment section. Perfect, perfect. Thanks for the response. So now let's move on to what we have to learn today. That's multiplying decimals by powers of 10. Now that's the opposite of dividing decimals by powers of 10. So we'll be looking at the examples on that. So how do we multiply decimals by powers of 10? What you need to do is move the decimal point to the right. So you can see it's the opposite. When multiplying by powers of 10, move the decimal points to the right. Move the decimal points to the right. So when it comes to powers of 10, division and multiplication, you can always remind yourself with this song. When dividing, move to the left. Multiplying, move to the right. When dividing, move to the left. Multiplying, move to the right. When dividing, move to the left. Multiplying, move to the right. Yes. So you can always remind yourself using that song. So when dividing, you move the decimal point to the left. When multiplying, you move the decimal point to the right. All right? So now let's look at simple examples before I move higher. Now, when multiplying positive powers of 10, multiplying by positive powers of 10, move the decimal point to the right. Now, before I continue, I'm going to remind you the different types of powers of 10. We have the positive powers of 10 and the negative powers of 10. So right here, I have positive powers. And to the left, to the right, I have negative powers. Okay, now for positive powers of 10, if I have 10 as my positive power of 10, for the negative power of 10, I'm going to have 0.1, all right? You know, 10 means 10 raised to power 1, while 0.1 means 1 over 10, and that means 10 raised to power minus 1. That's why we call it negative powers of 10. Okay, now if I have 100 as positive power of 10, it means 10 raised to power 2 because it has two zeros. For the negative power of 10, I'll have 0.01. That's equal to 1 over 100. And that is 10 raised to power minus 2. All right? So what if we have 1,000? The positive power of 10 for 1,000 will be 10 raised to power 3. Don't forget, it's the same as saying 10 times 10 times 10. Now, the negative power of 10 will be 0.001. Same as saying 1 over 1,000. And it is same as saying 10 raised to power minus 3, being a negative power of 10. The next one will be, let's use one, yes, 10,000. 10,000 is the same as saying 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which means 10 raised to power 4. Now, for the negative power, that will be 0.0001. That is 1 over 10,000. The negative power will be 10 raised to power minus 4. So we can continue like that over and over and over. We can keep doing that. Now let's look at examples of multiplying by positive powers of 10. I'm going to start with when multiplying by powers of numbers by powers of 10, move the decimal points to the right. When multiplying, move to the right. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. So I'm going to move my decimal points 3 places to the right. Let's do it together. 1, 2, and 3. So I just moved my decimal points out. So I no longer have decimal points again because it's been moved out. So for these empty spaces, I will fill them up with 0. So my final answer is 2,100. I no longer have a decimal point. It has been moved out. Anytime you move your decimal points to the right and you move it out of the number, you will no longer have a decimal point. So I believe you're following. So 2.1 times 1,000 is equal to 2,100. Number 2. 0.5 times 100. This is another decimal number. What is 0.5 times 100? So the first thing I'm going to do is to write my 0.5 to stand alone. Then multiplying by powers of 10, I'll move my decimal point to the right. 100 has 2 zeros. So I'll be moving my decimal point 2 places to the right. So let's do it together. 1, 2. So the decimal point has been shifted outside. So this empty space, we have 0. What happens to the 0 on the left? Since there is no more decimal points there, just take it out. Okay, if you have 0 left on the left side of the number, 0.5 is the same thing as 5. 0.7 is the same thing as 7. So you don't need to leave the 0. So the answer is equal to 50. That is the answer. So 0.5 times 100 is equal to 50. Yes, so let me know if you're following me in the comment section. What is the answer to number 2? As you can see it on the screen, type the answer to number 2 in the comment section now. You can see it on my screen now. Type the answer in the comment section now. Type the answer to number 2 that you can see on my screen in the comment section now. Amazing. Thank you for paying attention. All right, on to bigger numbers. Some more examples, and we'll be looking at bigger numbers. Now, the third. So, what is 3.489 times 100? So I'm going to write 3.489 to stand alone, so I'll have enough space to count. So anytime you're multiplying by a power of 10, move your decimal points to the right. 100 has 2 zeros. So I'll be moving my decimal point 2 places to the right. 1, 2. So wherever I stop counting, that is where my decimal point will be. So the new answer will be 348.9 because that is the new place for my decimal point. 348.9 is the answer to 3.489 times 100. Now this is the fourth example. 0.0018 times 1,000. 0.0018 times 1,000. The easiest thing for you to do here is to move your decimal points to the right. 1,000 has 3 zeros. So move your decimal points 3 places to the right. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3. So wherever you stop counting, that's where your decimal point will be. So my decimal point is between 1 and 8. So what happens to all the zeros that are before 1? I will strike them out one after the other, leaving my answer as 1.8. So 0.0018 times 1,000 is equal to 1.8. Now, for this next one, you're going to tell me the answer. Amazing, amazing. So let's see. 0.399 times 10. 0.399 times 10. 10 has only 1 zero. So I'll be moving my decimal points only 1 place to the right. I will move my decimal point 1 place to the right. All right, so moving the decimal point, let's do it together. 1. So the decimal points will be in between 3 and 9. So before I write the final answer, type the answer in the comment section. Type the answer in the comment section. Yeah, I can see the answer. Wow, I can see Divine's answer. Okay, amazing. I can see Tumishe's answer. I can see Royan's answer. You can type your name beside your answer anytime you want to type your answer. I can see Oyekunle's answer. I can see Nathan's. Nathan's answer isn't okay. I think that should be answer to number 4. Okay, I can see peace. Peace is correct. So, okay, fantastic. Annie. All right. So, the answer is 3.99. That's a new place for the decimal point. So 0.399 times 10 is equal to 3.99. Now let's look at the next one. All right, you are the first. Amazing. Okay, let's look at the next one. So what is 2.73 times 1 million? 2.73 times 1 million. Now I'm going to write out 2.73 because I'll be moving my decimal points and I need lots of space. So that's why I'm writing it out to stand on its own. Now 1 million has 6 zeros. If you count all the zeros for 1 million as a power of 10, you will see that it has 6 zeros, and that's 10 raised to power 6. So we'll be counting from the decimal point 6 places to the right. So let's move our decimal point 6 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the decimal point has been shifted outside. It means we will no longer have decimal points in our answer or in our number. So what happens to these empty spaces? We're going to fill everything up with zeros. So let's fill up everything with zeros. Wow. So type the final answer in the comment section. Type the final answer in the comment section. Let me see the first to type it. Wow. Amazing. Wow. Carrie's answer showed first, followed by Ogunshakin. Okay. Followed by Iniobong, followed by Tumishe, followed by Macaulay. All right. Followed by Michael. And the students with Treasure Builder Foundation, followed by God's Power, Unwolisa Ima. Unwolisa Ima, I need you to check your answer. Check your answer. Followed by Oluwole Muni, all right? Followed by Sylvanus, so followed by Gibson, followed by Jimo, followed by Victory. Okay, Victory Ogushake said he was the first. All right, so let's continue. So I'm going to write out the final answer. So the final answer is 2,730,000. 2,730,000. So 2.73 times 1 million is equal to 2,730,000. You can do this without a pen and a book. Don't forget that it is mental math. What we are trying to do here is being able to solve mathematics mentally. Okay, so that anytime you walk into the grocery or into the supermarket, or you're on the go, you need to do a fast calculation, or while you're reading an article, there is something there that talks about multiplying decimal numbers by powers of 10. You need to multiply maybe the mass. You need to multiply the mass of a product or the mass of a vehicle. You need to multiply it by 1,000 so you can change it to grams from kilograms. So you can actually do this in your head without looking for pen, paper. Every time you want to solve maths, you just want to get a pen and a paper. It's fine. But there are many times that you won't need to use pen and paper. You need to do these calculations in your head. And that makes you smart. That makes you smart. That makes you fast. Even faster than using a calculator, all right? So now let's continue with more examples. The next example will be example. So what is 4.008 times 10,000? 4.008 times 10,000. I'm going to write out 4.008 to stand on its own, and I will be moving my decimal point 4 places to the right because 10,000 has 4 zeros. So let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So normally wherever I stop should be where my decimal point to be, but the decimal point has actually been moved out. So for this empty space, fill it up with 0. So the final answer is 40,080. 40,080. Now it is question time, diamond time. It is question time. This is rewards time. For those who have been listening, you're going to get a reward of diamond. So I'm going to ask you to give yourself diamond if you get the answer. Last fingers are ready. If you are among the first 10 students that will quickly post your question, I will give you 10 diamonds for answering the question right. Be among. Okay, this is the first question. What is 0.4 times 100,000? The first 10 gets 10 diamonds for each correct answer. 0.4 times 100,000. Okay. Keep your answer coming correctly. I'm only mentioning 10 names. The first person is the correct answer, mind you. The first person is Inyobong, that's female. Inyobong typed quickly. Let me see. The next person is Sylvanus Victoria. I have Goodness and Mercy. I have Treasure Builder Foundation. All right, so that's making about 5 students. Okay, I have Michael making 6, Nwolisa Emmanuel 7, Ogunshakin Desmond 8, Chim. Okay, this is another answer. All right, God's Power Imiete, that's 9. And the 10th person who typed it correctly would have been Ella, but Ella got it wrong. So Temiloluwa, you also got it wrong. The other person who gave us the correct answer is Tumishe. So Tumishe is the 10th person. So for the first 10 names that I called to be correct, give yourself 10 diamonds. Now, if you also typed 40,000 as your answer, not 400,000, the answer is not 400,000, the answer is 40,000. So check the zeros. 0.4 times 100,000, you will have 40,000. So your 40,000 will be having only 4 zeros. So if you type the answer correctly, give yourself 5 stars. Give yourself 5 stars. For those who typed quickly, give yourself 10 diamonds. Okay, so the next question comes now. If you can be fast at typing your answer, which means I will assume you're fast in thinking. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 will be filled with these. Then, like I said, if you have 0 living on the left, okay, remaining on the left, just take it out because you have moved the decimal point. So you can see that your answer will be 40,000. By the time you attend the replay of this class, you will understand better. So now the next one. What is 3.051 times 100? What is 3.051 times 100? 3.051 times 100. Yes, I can see the fast fingers. I can see the fast fingers. Make sure your answer is correct. If you can see that it's not correct, please go type the answer again. Amazing. I can see lots of correct answers. Okay. So I've already gotten the first 10 fast students. So let's do it together. 3.051 times 100. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right because 100 has 2 zeros. So let's move it 1, 2. So my decimal point has been shifted to this new place. So the new place for my decimal point is between 5 and 1. So the final answer is 305.1. So if your answer is 305.1, make sure you give yourself 5 stars. Give yourself 5 stars. Now, if you are among the first 10, let me mention the names of the first 10 students. You're going to have 10 diamonds. Okay, so I have Inubong. Inubong got the answer right and she was fast. I have Caris. I have Nwolisa making 3. The fourth person who typed correctly is Sylvanus Victoria. The next person is Odushola Babatunde. Okay, no, that's not the answer for that. I believe this person typed the answer to number 1. Yeah, Odusholu Babatunde. That answer is for number 1, which is 40,000. All right. So the next person, the fifth person is Farida. Correct. Then Goodness and Mercy. Correct. That's 6. Victory Ogunshakin. That's 7. Correct. Let me see again. I have Temiloluwa, that's making 8. Peace making 9. And Elizabeth making 10. 10 students, give yourself 10 stars. All right? Give yourself 10 stars. I enjoy the class. Amazing, amazing. 10 diamonds rather. Now, yesterday during the live class, we learned angles. So let's quickly run through angles. We learned types of angles. And what are the types of angles that we learned? We learned yesterday different types of angles. We learned right angle, and I explained that right angle is an angle at 90 degrees. All right. Angle. Acute angle is angle less than 90 degrees. Angles less than 90 degrees. Then the next one we also learned complementary angles. We learned complementary angles. These are 90 degrees. Two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Now, what type of angle will you learning to add up to this? We have straight line angle. Okay, we have straight line angle. Straight line angle is an angle at 180 degrees. Straight line angle is an angle at 180 degrees. So anytime you see a straight line like this is 180 degrees. Just looks like a semicircle, all right? Half of a circle is 180 degrees. Now, the next type of angle you'll be learning is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is an angle that is less than angle greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. Okay, an example of an obtuse angle is 91 degrees. You see, 91 is greater than 90 degrees, but it is less than 180 degrees. 115 degrees is an obtuse angle. 139 degrees is an obtuse angle. 179 degrees is an obtuse angle. Okay, so another type of angle is supplementary angle. Before I explain supplementary angle, this is how an obtuse angle looks like. So you can see this is 115 degrees. This is an example of an obtuse angle. Another example of obtuse angle can also be this. 149 degrees. So 115 degrees, 149 degrees. Each of these angles is called an obtuse angle because they are greater than 90 degrees, but they are less than 180 degrees. Now, let's move on to the next type of angle, which is supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are two angles summed up to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles is a situation whereby two angles sum up to 180 degrees. It means when you add these two angles together, the answer will be equal to 180 degrees. When you add two angles together and you get 180 degrees, it means the two angles are supplementary angles. Now look at right here, we have 73 degrees, and to my left I have 107 degrees. Now let's add both angles together. 107 degrees plus 73 degrees will give us 180 degrees. So it means 107 degrees and 73 degrees are supplementary angles. These two angles are called supplementary angles. Take note, do not forget. Now, it is question time. I have only two questions for you. I have only two questions for you. Each question will give you 5 stars. Each question will give you 5 stars. What type of angle is 166 degrees? I really want a fast student. What type of angle is 166 degrees? What type of angle is 166 degrees? Yes, I can see Royan's answer. I can see Carrie's answer. Okay, Babatunde Odusholu. I can. Wow. Okay. I have Inyobong's correct answer. I have Victoria, Ella, Ogunshakin. I have Oluwole. Okay, Moni, Peace, Franca. Okay, obtuse angle. Yeah. Babatunde. Okay, Farida. Okay. All right. I have Jamiloju's answer. I have Goodness and Mercy's answer. Okay, Tumishe, correct, correct. Peace, correct. So, 166 is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Now, the next question. What type of angles are 91 degrees and 89 degrees? What type of angles are 91 degrees and 89 degrees? The two angles together. The two angles are the same. They are together. 91 degrees and 89 degrees. What do we call these two angles? These two angles together, what do we call them? What do we call these two angles together? Make sure you check before sending your answer. What do we call these two angles together? Yeah, I'm seeing the right answer. Yes, I can see Caris Iniobong. Yeah, Iniobong, your answer is correct. Caris, your answer is correct. Treasure Builder Foundation, your answer is correct. Adegoke Tumishe, correct. These two angles, 91 degrees and 89 degrees, are called supplementary angles because when you add the two angles together, 91 plus 89 degrees, the sum will give you 180 degrees. Fantastic. So if you got the answer right, give yourself 5 stars. So let me know in the comment section the number of stars that you have gotten for yourself. Type that in the comment section now. So I hope you understand and I hope you enjoyed this class. So we'll be having our class next time. But before you go, click the button now. Make sure you like this class. Click the like button. Make sure you click like, give it a thumbs up, give us a thumbs up right there. Then share this class before you go. Share this class with other friends and family so that they can come back and benefit from this class. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Have a wonderful time. See you time. Goodbye.